The secret mental illness behind Karuizawa K. Hello everyone, welcome back to Christina's. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite characters in Classroom of the Elite, Karuizawa K. When I first saw K, she looks like waifuable girl, very beautiful, blonde, confident, and etc. But after I watched episode to episode, she is one of the most psychologically complex characters in the Classroom of the Elite. So let's break it down. What exactly is wrong with Karuizawa K? Part 1. There is secret behind her beauty face. In the first season, K is very rude. She is very rude to her own classmate. She always clinging to Hirata. I know, he is her boyfriend. But I think it's too much, right? But after catch up with the story, I know why she does that. It's like an armor or defense mechanism she built. Because she being built back in the middle school. It's like she said, I'm rude, so don't come near to me, to prevent someone getting too close to her, except her boyfriend, and bullied her again. In terms of psychological things, this is very common response to trauma. K feel powerless, so they overcorrected it by projecting, hey, see me, I'm not a weak girl, you know. And this kind of thing show dominance and control. Part 2. PTSD with bully incident. So I forgot which season. I think it's season 2. K have a conflict with class C, led by Manabe Shiho. The problem is simple. K accidentally bumped into one of the C class students, and Manabe over-exaggerating it. When Manabe bullied her, her trauma reappeared, haunted her like an eternity, and her body shook violently. She has post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD about this because they keep bullying her in junior high school. Just one moment, remind K everything about that. PTSD happens when a traumatic experience leaves such a deep mark on the brain that even years later, one moment can certainly trigger the emotional wake of the past. Part 3. Found response. So, after watching COTE, I read something interesting. It's about trauma, either it's PTSD or another form of trauma. When we got extreme trauma, we can act in 5 forms: fight, freeze, fawn, flop, or flight. So, in season 2, Ayano Koji approached K after she getting bullied by Manabe group. At that time, she was ready to do whatever he asked, not because K want to, but it's a found response. Her brain told her that submitting to the strong one is the key to survive. At this moment, strong one refers to Ayano Koji. Part 4. The torture scene. Let's talk about the scene where K gets captured by C-Class. To be precise, Ruan and his group. They put her in a freezing room, pour water on her, and try to break her into revealing Ayano Koji's identity. If I were Karuizawa, I would reveal Ayano Koji's identity in that moment. Why should I suffer by myself? But she doesn't say any words. Why? Because even after Yuan tell her that she was being manipulated from the start, Ayano Koji was still the only person who ever promised to protect her. For someone that getting bullied since junior high school, that promise means everything to her. Part 5. Trauma bonding and how could she fall in love with Ayano Koji. So, it's continuation from part 4. Ayano Koji is the only one who let Ryuen and his group torture K. Why? For what purpose? So, he can rescue her in the last moment, and she will rely to him only. And that's work. In terms of psychology, this one called anxious attachment. It happens when person become emotionally attached to someone unpredictable because they afraid of being alone. Moreover, even after knowing this truth, Karuizawa actually falls in love with Ayano Koji. You want to know why? Because Ayano Koji know all of her side. He used her, that's true, but he stood for her. For someone broken like Kei, being truly seen and accepted even by a manipulator like Ayano Koji, it's triggered her to fall in love. So, To summarize, Kei isn't a bad character at all. She is not rude, but it's her defense mechanism because of her history, her PTSD about bullying incident in the middle school. But after knowing Ayanokoji and open to him, her true character show up. She is smart, easy to socialize, good to gather information, and a soft person. Even Ayanokoji just sees her as a book to learn love. I hope he doesn't hurt her too much when they break up.